to That Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome to That Wrestling Podcast. The good bad guys of wrestling podcasts are back, talking all things of the week that was in professional wrestling. I'm Brian, your host, and I am not alone this week.
Fuck those crickets. Fuck those crickets.
Yeah.
Cricket.
The new streak begins for all four of us. Jason, Joe, Kevin. Guys, I missed you. Did you miss me?
Sure.
I forgot what you look like.
I know,
Wait,
right?
we had a show last week?
Yes, you missed it.
You
missed it.
I'm sorry, I was still taken aback by Tony Khan's huge announcement that I needed
Oh.
I needed a day.
It was an important announcement, as Brian eloquently replied to my text.
It's all in the details. Well, guys, I did enjoy uninterrupted 26 minutes of me talking wrestling last week, but
How did it feel?
I enjoyed it, as I just said.
It was like
but no, I
cave.
would much rather have the collective known as That Wrestling Podcast all together. Are you kidding me? It's a no-brainer.
What I meant was,
yeah.
In the years we've been doing this, that was your first go as a one-man gang, as a solo artist.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's not as fun.
No,
it's not as fun. No. I want reaction. I have jokes to say, and I want Kevin to laugh at my jokes.
So you know what it was like to be in the Performance Center then.
Yeah.
You were with a crowd of nobody.
Era.
You were Thunderdome.
I was Drew McIntyre winning the championship at Mania and no one to celebrate.
I mean, you
All
could have put sound effects and stuff. I mean, it would have been your Thunderdome. I mean,
yeah,
crickets in your apartment.
I was able to grab some crickets from nearby. Yeah, so that was about all the production value I could muster.
Well, you did a great job.
Thank you, buddy.
I listened to it as I was driving home. I had a work event Thursday night, which is why I wasn't here. So probably 1:30 in the morning, I was listening to that as I was driving home. You caused quite a stir on YouTube, though.
I did.
Channel. We are now over 3,800 subscribers, so we're still on the quest for 400. So hit that subscribe button. Your AEW is dead video. You're into it's almost 2,000 views, lots of comments, including the one that made me laugh out loud.
Yeah,
you're such a geek.
He or she is not wrong. I liked it.
I'm sorry.
Comment.
I keep telling my mom to get off the YouTube page, but she just couldn't do it.
Oh, terrible.
Joe, if your mom does not like AEW, she shouldn't be on the YouTube channel anyway. And Brian, AEW is not dead. They just signed this upstart named Richard Flair. And
oh my.
Him before, but man, that guy looks like he can go. I'm Coney Tom. I gotta go. Bye.
Oh, Coney, I got some stories for you. Woo! Yeah, I thought that would be a good place to start, though, because the video got some buzz, which was fun to see. And I wanted to bring either that up or just any of the other topics to give you guys an opportunity to speak of what was on your mind maybe when you heard this. And so I think the main points I had were exactly that: Ric Flair multi-year AEW deal. The AEW, that the original purpose is dead. The Superfan documentary, if you saw that with Vladimir, or as Joe alluded to, TK's important announcement, epic fail. Jason, you want to start on any and all of those?
The only thing the Ric Flair thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For new and fresh, obviously that doesn't work, but this works on a few different levels. For Ric Flair, he just got divorced again.
Oh, no.
So that's probably why he needs this contract. For AEW, for video games, action figures, trading cards, things of the sort, that makes sense to have Ric Flair a part of it. Now, this week, Ric Flair said, I would like to take a bump. I would like to do one more. None of that happens.
That's how it starts.
Do that. Nobody watched the Vladimir documentary but you.
Damn it.
I
I'm
mean,
missing out, guys.
there's literally one view. and it was you.
It was me.
Our YouTube
I've waited
videos-
for years.
Our YouTube videos got more views than
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Shit.
Well, Brian also bought Chinese Democracy, so he's really
Mm.
patient.
Oh, you were
Mhm.
day one Chinese Democracy too.
I was at that
Before-
Best Buy and everything.
Yeah.
It's great.
I just got the free Dr. Pepper.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
I
Yeah.
don't know else. But yeah, the Ric Flair thing, like I said, it makes sense business wise for AEW to have someone of that level into their products and merchandise. But other than that, what else?
Kev, what's your thoughts on any of those
Yeah.
things from last week that you weren't a part of the show for?
I'll piggyback off what Jay said. I think Rick signing a multi-year deal kind of goes in hand with Sting announcing, his last match early next year. So you kind of have the nostalgic Hall of Fame type caliber person on TV. Well, he needed to do it because he's not a Swatch watch wearing, right? He's a Rolex wearing. He's not going to be taking the Greyhound bus. He's going to be jet flying. He's got to get that money. And Tony, is going to be like, yeah, Rick, you could do it. And like injecting those veins with anything that Rick wants to hear. That's the Ric Flair is his own worst enemy, and having Tony whispering in his ear is only going to make it worse. That's the bad thing. So we're going to see Rick times 10, and I think it's going to be outrageous at times, but hopefully it's limited. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And Joe, what was your thoughts on the super fan documentary?
Brian, I feel like you should go as Vlad. Like you're very
For
tall
Halloween?
for Halloween next year. Honestly, just get a wife beater or like a thing and get like the real nerdy glasses. You guys are basically the same frame, like
So
very tall and skinny. He's kind of jacked, but
he was jacked back in the day. Guys, I'll tell you, Tuesday night, I pulled up. I got on a Halloween Havoc binge on the network. I pulled up.
How many stings?
Yes, I watched that. I watched
Stings.
that. I watched that, and I don't want to give too much away because hopefully we will set up a watch along for that. So I watched that, and then I went to the other infamous Halloween Havoc of Coal Miner's Glove of Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal for Sting and Jake the Snake Roberts. And so I pulled up the beginning of that Halloween Havoc. That Halloween Havoc, whatever year that was in Philadelphia. And sure enough, in the introduction, it's Jesse the Body Ventura and Tony Schiavone talking. Who's there in the front row? Vladimir. I started laughing. So he was even at Halloween Havoc back in the day. So I was like, this is how it works. That's my guy. But anyway, Joe, if you don't want to talk about your super fan review, that's okay. But was there anything else you'd like to provide input on from what you missed last week?
Basically, I gotta agree with you on AEW of 2019 is dead to a point because every federation from 2019, every promotion from 2019 is dead. 2020 changed everything to improve it. Some improved, some went backwards, but everything that was like that before, like WWE, I mean, we were doing our t-shirt fundraising to make Raw great again, and now every show is like must see. So the WWE of 2019 is dead. Impact of 2019 is dead. Long live TNA 2024. So I saw your point, but it's like I don't want it to be the same. That's what's great about wrestling. It's got to evolve some way. It's either you're going to evolve or devolve. I feel like AEW is kind of devolving now because the new and fresh thing is toast. It's done. And now it's just old and played because all the players there. I mean, Adam Copeland, 50 years old, is like right in the middle of the age group. He's not too old, but he's not too young either. He's like basically their average now. And signing Ric Flair does nothing for me. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's okay. So you got some video games things and everything like that, but you're enabling him.
Enabling is a great word. So you're saying AEW is in a coma?
No, I think AEW is just basically I don't know what it is. It's a
So-
best of.
There?
It's a retirement community.
Well,
It's
no,
lately.
no way. I watched Dynamite on Wednesday, and if you followed my,
And I followed you on Twitter, and can you rewatch it? Well, Dynamite was good. I'm just like,
It was.
your
It was better
tweets.
than
So
the
I'm
week
like,
previous.
okay,
Well,
yeah.
I wanted to make sure that I thought it was really good,
It was good.
or was it the edible? I didn't know,
No.
but it was
Maybe
really
both,
good.
but
And that's the thing with AEW; they've always been good wrestling matches, and it just there's little things that just, I mean, the Tony Khan stuff, and and obviously like Ric Flair signing and Sting and shit like that. But Dynamite was really good.
I still watch it every week.
My favorite part of Dynamite was Kenny Omega telling the Bucks to basically grow the fuck up.
Yes.
That was awesome. And I don't know what that match is going to be like at Full Gear, but man,
AEW.
all edible wrestling. Great work,
Shit.
Kevin.
You're still on. Okay, let's go back
Yeah.
to 2020. You're on mute.
That was great.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, welcome.
Hey,
Is this thing on?
You said it wonderfully, Kevin.
Dynamite,
Appropriate.
they have good matches. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
But there are just a few red flags here and there that kind of bring it down from time to time.
Yeah, and Joe, you're I think you were kind of getting my point, like, and I said it in the video, like, just because the original spirit of AEW is dead doesn't mean it's bad. You can like what they are now. I said you could like it or love it. That's fine. I just said their like purpose for existing 5 years ago, it's different. You can't be this young, fresh upstart of 19 when it's 5 years later and you've got everybody that I mentioned, Sting and Big Show and Adam Copeland and Christian.
Paul White, Big
That's
Show.
all, yeah.
Come on, no BS.
Paul White, yes, thank you.
only S.
Yeah. So all good stuff there all around. And then let's go back to Saturday, guys. WWE Crown Jewel, another really well received PLE.
Breaking news! Breaking news! I didn't.
Thank you, Coney. Yes.
Stop it! I did. I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Wait, who are
What
you?
is going on?
Exactly.
The edibles were yesterday, I thought, Cody.
Kevin, hit the breaking news sounder, but don't deep throat the mic. Congratulations to Corey Graves and Carmella.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dmitry Paul Polinsky was born on 11/8. So that was yesterday. Or no, that was 2 days ago. 8 pounds, 21 inches, which I have no idea if that's normal size.
It's like normal.
60 hours of labor.
That sounds rough.
Is
Really
that
rough.
normal?
No.
That's a long time.
No, that's
Kevin,
like,
Brian, how long when your kids were born? How long?
I mean,
we went to the hospital at midnight. I think
yeah.
my wife was starting maybe like 10 hours, 10,
Okay.
12.
And
60.
yeah,
That's a lot.
I'd say maybe, not even half of that for either of my girls.
That's
That must have been,
babies.
maybe it was all natural. No
Uh,
pushing based on medicine to help push it along. That's 60
Yeah.
hours is a long time. That's 2.5 freaking
long
days.
time.
literally what I just said.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Wow.
But yeah,
Am
that's
Am I still
awesome.
on? Wait, am I on mute? Am I on mute? No.
Awesome news. Congrats.
Congrats.
That's awesome,
to
yeah.
Corey and Carmella. Very great to hear that.
Moonwalking out of
The Prince of Staten Island.
Yeah.
Allegheny
Pittsburgh,
General
apparently.
Hospital.
Yes.
Well,
So,
no, you were going back to Crown Royal.
Yeah.
How about
Let's Crown Royal, Crown Jewel. Your highlights: Seth beats Drew McIntyre, clean win for Seth, and Sami Zayn prevents my prediction of a Damian Priest cash in. Damn it, I'm off again. Logan Paul, new U.S. champ, and Santos. Why are you leaving the Nux in the ring, you dummy? Kairi Sane is back. How cool to see her to help Io Sky defeat Bianca Belair. Solo Sikoa destroys Cena. That's what I put in my notes. Just destroys him. And Roman beats LA Knight with help from Jimmy Uso. Jay, where do you want to take any of your highlights from Royal Crown Jewel?
I'm looking at Cora Jade's Instagram, and this doesn't even look like her.
Focus here, my friend.
Is it before or after she got like double D's?
Well, that's the thing. Like
it's
after, obviously, but I don't know if it's her or not. Like it doesn't look like the same person.
Yeah.
So for those of us who aren't on Cora Jade's Instagram,
we're talking about Crown
Jewel.
Talk
about Crown Jewel.
I'll go. Some of my highlights. I loved Logan Paul beating Rey Mysterio. I thought there was a few sloppy parts, but Rey's so little and compact, right? And Logan's so tall. The one that kind of was like, ooh, when he almost dropped him almost on his head, when he kind of like ricocheted and bounced off the ropes. I thought both of those guys put on a fantastic match. Such good athleticism. The Nux at the end was a knucklehead move, right, by Santos. What I did there.
On purpose.
But I liked it. And at the end, Logan on video, afterwards, I saw yesterday WWE posted, it was like Logan saying, thank you so much, Rey. And Rey's like, how could you do this? You know what you did.
He said, I know you did. You know you did.
And Logan's like, name of the game. Thanks, Rey.
He didn't. He said, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. What did you watch?
He said, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, he did.
He said thank you to Rey.
What you're talking about? I had to do what I had to do.
And he said thank you.
Yeah, but
he said you're one of the best.
That isn't what you just said.
What did I say?
I don't know, but it wasn't what
I said. Well, rewind.
Your summary was like completely different. Like, yeah,
I didn't. I did it right in front of me.
Punk.
Oh, I don't have it right in front of me, but he threw him some love in there as well.
Everybody's making a huge deal about Logan saving Rey Mysterio. Is it possible Logan was out of position in the beginning and then realized?
No, I think it was him being sloppy, like not being in there. But Rey is also so little and fast. I think he wasn't in the right position, but it looked sloppy, but thankfully no one got hurt. That's the biggest thing.
Right.
No, it was probably a mistake. We don't know. But if it was protected and it was fixed, so show must go on.
And shit happens.
And I'm sorry, but it wasn't accidental knucklehead that Santos left the Nux on the ring. It was on purpose. He was wearing Logan's colors. He was wearing Logan's colors.
But then why is he stopping? Why is he stopping the friend with the Nux in the first place?
Exactly, yeah.
To have the swerve later.
And then how dare I use logic in my questioning, Joe?
He was wearing Logan's colors. He wasn't wearing LWO stuff.
So he wasn't.
He's on team. He's on Team Paul now.
Team Paul. Look at that.
No, he is there. This is the groundwork, the ground floor of the Latino world order going away and becoming the Legado world order. Remember where you were listening or watching this.
Because I was looking at Cora Jade's Instagram, actually.
Yeah,
it doesn't look like her.
Just kidding.
Face work done too, but which is weird. She didn't need it, so it doesn't look like her.
Yeah, we're talking about Crown Jewel, not Cora's jewels. Okay,
it's terrible. Like
it was all right.
No, it wasn't. Like, look, if you're looking in YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, like that doesn't look like Cora Jade.
There's probably some Instagram filter on there. But yeah, she's had some enhancements.
No, wait. The verbiage on her chest says, this is Cora Jade. That tattoo.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Like, that does not look like her.
You're right. It looks like a ghost.
I see it, Jay. I see it.
Yeah, I see it too.
It just threw me off.
Call Braun Breaker. Hey, Braun, is this Cora Jade?
That's funny.
Or were we as shocked as I was about the solo destruction of Cena?
No, it needed to happen.
Yeah, I thought Cena was going to win.
I think this is all part of a bigger story.
To propel Solo to make him look more and more unstoppable. I didn't think there was going to be that many spikes, especially at the end when Cena was down, getting like relentless spike after spike after
12,
spike.
right? I think 12.
Man.
But
kudos to Cena.
does that really destroy
everybody over?
Does that destroy Cena though? Because Solo gave him so many spikes, and he walked down on his own. If you really wanted to say it was destroyed him, he would have had to do the stretcher jab.
But this is Cena filling up his bingo card of getting his ass beat by members of the family. It was Umaga. It was The Rock, Roman, now Solo.
Rikishi ever get him?
Probably.
Maybe.
Probably on Velocity.
SmackDown 07. Yeah, maybe.
Did Tamina ever get him?
Probably in catering.
Brian, let me ask you this. What was your highlight of Crown Jewel?
It probably is that Solo destroying Cena. Because like I said, I mean, I thought that one was more of a toss-up, but I thought that Cena saying that, wow, I haven't won on TV in 5 years. I thought, okay, yeah, we got to give it to Cena. And the fact that it wasn't like how Cena lost to Austin Theory at Mania, where I think he did he use brass knucks on Cena or something, and he held the tights. There were some shenanigans. This was just a straight up ass whooping.
Yeah.
So I mean, I saw some people compare it closely to that one SummerSlam where Brock tossed him around for like 10, 15 minutes. That was kind of like the only somewhat comparison. But other than that, yeah, we all knew Roman was winning. I thought Logan being US champ was the way to go. So yeah, but I thought it was a good show overall, guys. I mean,
Kyrie looked creepy.
Huh?
Awesome.
I think Kyrie Sane looked creepy.
Oh yeah.
She looked like a doll, like no expression. I loved it.
Pirate bullshit.
But they kept on calling her pirate.
I know. Then called her the pirate.
Yeah.
Multiple times, and I'm just like,
damn it.
Honestly, because she was so smiley before, right? And it was annoying. Like I just couldn't be like into her, right? But this is creepy, man. And then you have Io looking all happy and smiling next to her, just looking ultra creepy. It was great.
And who beat her out of the WWE when she left? Bayley.
Yeah. I didn't remember that, and then Michael Cole brought that up. Right?
Of course, Michael Cole did.
Good for that.
Of course, he brought it up. He has a thing against Bayley.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So yeah, and so that's an interesting development for the future of Damage Control. So maybe we'll get some developments on that on SmackDown. Let's talk about Roman Reigns, though, guys. I think we got a couple things to talk about here. All right, we got to have a little fireside chat about Roman Reigns, your tribal chief.
Tribal court.
The little tribal court here. All right, where's my gavel? This was Roman's first match since SummerSlam, once we were all there at Ford Field. So 3 months have gone by. Kevin, you shared this graphic to me earlier in the week that in Roman's championship reign, he's defended the title 54 times. And then you want to compare that to Hulk Hogan, who is in his long reign. He defended it 468 times. So, guys, 468 to 54. What was your reaction when you saw that graphic? And Kev, we'll start with you since you found it.
My first thought was, how many times did Hogan beat Bastion Booger? Or just like that? 'Cause that's
twice on Sundays.
It's like it's every couple days. You know what I mean? Like basically, how many house shows, how many leg drops did Hogan put down in that title reign? Like, why is so many surgeries on his back and is basically like almost like crippled, right? But it was surprising. I didn't expect to read that, to see the defending, even just that many matches, right? Because before I read that, I was like, you know what, Roman's reign is pretty amazing. Let him beat maybe Hogan, but then I'm like, wait, I want him to lose to Cody at Mania, but it's like now it kind of stales it. It kind of makes it like, damn,
No, it doesn't.
Once every month, he's basically
Joe,
having a fight.
say it. Say it.
What do you want me to say? It's new. It's fresh. Like that's an old one. What do you want me to say? Acknowledge
You
me.
just said
What?
one 2 weeks ago when Kevin wasn't here. 4 words.
Kevin is the best.
No, I
Work
did not say that.
smarter, not
Not
harder.
harder. Oh, I said that about
Oh.
the Miz. Right. Work smarter, not harder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's what it's all about. I want Hogan, or I want Roman to beat Bruno's record, which is like 8 more years. I'm down for this. I'm here for this. And when we're doing, WrestleMania 48 wrap-up show from the moon or Uranus, whatever.
Brian will still be waiting for Damian Priest to cash in. We're still going to be waiting for The Rock to show up.
Cody's like, can I please finish my story?
Ric Flair just re-signed with TNA.
Oh.
I mean,
Talk about a never-ending story, man.
And, got turned on by Darby again. So
Joe, I mean, I don't know. For me personally, clearly not Jason. Kevin, he found the graphic. I'm starting to just want to get to the finish line of all this. Where do you stand?
I'm in the point like this. I don't care about the longevity because this is a predetermined sports entertainment company. You can have the championship for years and years. It's like basically it's just basically a show. My problem with it is change the matches up. This is like watching Friday the 13th. It's the same movie over and over again. Roman's matches are the same over and over again. Punch, kick, Usoference, Tribal Chief, the end. Or it's like watching Fast and Furious, which is ironic because he was in a spin-off of that, and both Friday the 13th and Fast and the Furious ended up in space at one point when they got a little stale. So if Roman is going to be defending at the space station, I'm out. It's done. It's just basically it's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much of the same match every time. I can only remember out of those 54 defenses, one that did not have Usoference. One.
What was it? I'm trying to remember.
Logan
myself.
Paul last year.
Is that because Jake cut it off?
I don't remember.
I remember Jake came out too to even the odds.
Right.
So.
And it cut it off. So it was a clean win.
So okay.
That was out of those 54. I can only think of one that did not have Usoference. And that's my issue. It's the same match every single time. Even when he's against an Uso, there's Usoference.
Yeah, that's what we saw at SummerSlam.
okay. So
have him win clean. Make him the dominant champ. And I'm down.
Every one of Hogan's matches were exactly the same.
Yeah. And they got stale too after a while. Did you not do you not remember the fans booing Hogan as the
WWE? I don't remember that.
Yeah, they did. Compare there's plenty of tapes out there. But the point that doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. All I'm saying is if Roman's matches are the same, Hogan's matches were the same, it's the same.
I don't want the same anymore. We just talked about how we want it to evolve.
Yeah.
And it's not evolving. It's been 3 years of the same. 3 years of the same. I know, Jason, you're all for him beating Bruno's record. You're all for him being the tribal chief for 20 years. You're all for his reign basically lasting forever.
Yes.
If that entertains you, that's fine. But it doesn't, it's getting stale. I'm all for him having it longer and beating the record. That's cool. But change it up now. Change it up to the point where he's not needing Uso. Change it up to the point where the rest of the roster is getting smarter. Work smarter, not harder. As in, they come out and protect to make it a fair fight. Instead, the roster looks stupid every single time.
Like a lumberjack match?
Every time.
Sure.
No, I'm giving an offer. Would you like...
lumberjack match, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was why...
Is Jimmy Uso really that intimidating?
Not
that no
right
one
now.
comes out there.
Not right now. No, he's kind of looked at as a goof. I feel like.
I think so.
But that was what swerved me at WrestleMania was the Usos came out and Sammy and Kevin took him out, and Solo had already been sent to the back. So I was like, yes, all the Usos are gone. Cody's gonna win.
It was the only time
and
they
Solo
had any.
still came out again.
It was the only time they showed any intelligence in that type of match where people came out and said, we're sick of this bloodline stuff. Now it's just basically like, who cares? Let him have his championship for another 5 years. Let him beat the records. And let's just focus on the World Heavyweight Championship as being the main title or the Intercontinental Championship, because I bet you Gunther has more title defenses in his year and a half than Roman does.
Maybe. Kevin, I'll give you the final word on this, man. What are you thinking here?
I'll say this. If he
let me talk,
win or lose at Mania, right? It's only 4 months away, right? 5 months away, early April.
Yeah, 5. But
think about it. Yeah. Think about it. Survivor Series. War Game's going to be the big one. He doesn't have to defend then, right?
He's not there.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that type of pay-per-view with War Games, that match isn't needed. What pay-per-view is December? Doesn't matter, right? He's not going to wrestle at it.
Bragging
so that brings Royal Rumble. He'll wrestle at that. So legitimately, he'll wrestle one more time. But he'll be on SmackDown a little bit. You're gonna start disliking him more and more. Not you personally. I'm just saying, like, if you're fed up with it, you're just gonna become more fed up with it. That's what I'm like. That's what I'm liking. Because a couple months ago, I was like, Roman's the best. Roman's the best. We all were. And now we're kind of getting those little cracks. We're like, maybe we're kind of getting sick of it because there's so many guys that you're like, ooh, WrestleMania season's coming up. Royal Rumble season's coming up. That's the exciting thing. I will say this. Do I wish I see him wrestle more? Absolutely. Because when he comes out with the music, it's amazing, right? His matches are good. Yeah, he cheats. He's a bad guy. He's supposed to cheat too. That's the thing, right? Yeah. He's slimy. He has a family. He has, the bloodline. That's what they're there for. Solo don't need that to destroy people, but that's the difference.
I want to shout out. Oh, go ahead, Jay.
Nobody on the roster is believable to beat Roman.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Let's talk about Barbara Ryan.
Yeah. I wanted to shout out Barbara Ryan because he's the one who kind of planted the seed on this topic, because he brought up how, if you guys remember when Kevin Owens was Universal Champ, and it was the same way. Jericho was always helping him win his matches, and it's like, damn, if you're the champ, yes, you're a heel, but at some point, if you're the champ, don't you have to win clean because you're the champ? And so
that was only 5. That was only 5 months. It wasn't 3 years.
I know, but that was his point. Was he's having the same feeling that he had back then with this Roman title reign now of like, God, every match is the same of this Uso fearance. And that's how it was during the Kevin Owens reign. They
even put Jericho in a shark cage, and he got out.
They did. Was that at the Rumble? I think I was at that.
I think that was at the Rumble. I think that was the Rumble. Yeah,
I was there for that one. I'll have to go back and watch that. All right, we'll keep an eye on Roman, of course. Let's quickly go on the Monday Night Raw. Just a couple of highlights. Again, guys, talk about whatever you think caught your eye. But we got War Games set. We got Judgment Day and JD versus Seth, Sammy, Cody, and Jay. Last year was 5-on-5, so I don't know, guys. If you have any thoughts, if maybe there's a member to add to each team, who would that be? Maybe they don't even need to.
The Judgment Day is going to add Drew.
Okay.
They've been, teasing
recruiting.
that. Recruiting. The good guys, I don't know.
Returning Randy.
Yeah,
Randy, Cody.
I like that.
Yeah, returning. Yeah. I don't really remember much else from Raw other than Barmageddon is coming back.
Barmageddon's right after Raw. To keep set your DVRs for that. My other notes were just Miz wins that awesome 4-way with Ricochet and the meat tournament qualifiers of Bronson Reed and Ivar. I love that match, although I guess it was a bit of a F up by Ricochet at the end. It was supposed to be a double pin, and he raised his arm.
I read there was some confusion, but I didn't understand what the confusion was, because I'm like, that's how it was supposed to be. So Miz won.
Yeah.
You're saying that it was supposed to be double pin, then that makes more sense.
That's what the reports came out after the fact. And then and then we got Zoe Stark. She won the women's battle royal to challenge Rhea at Survivor Series. Does she have? Huh?
Rhea's going to be the new Roman Reigns of
I was
the
gonna
women's
say,
division.
Does
No
Zoe
one's at her
have
level.
Does she have a 0%? A Zoe 0%? Or is it above 0? Because I think that I'm with you, Joe. I think Rhea's she's here, and I think I said it last week. I don't see anything happening until maybe WrestleMania.
Yeah, no one on the Raw roster, and that includes Becky Lynch, is at Rhea's level right now.
No one on any roster.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Like, that's all three and AEW. Rhea is truly, God mode for women, goddess mode.
She's like the Judgment Day is the new bloodline, and she's the tribal queen.
Yeah, no, it's been, and she's not defending it all the time either.
No,
she's been kind of sporadic, right? But
difference is she does
she has that presence, guys.
She does have cheating involved. She has a dom fearance.
True,
but she's on all the time. That's the thing.
Yeah, she is on all the time.
Her presence is shown a lot. Plus, her mullet's growing out.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there.
Like the look is changing. It always her look changes every now and then. I like it.
So you can start the mullet club instead of Bullet Club.
I was a fan of Creed Brothers versus DIY again.
Oh yeah,
and signing their Raw contracts was cool.
And having Imperium cause the interference keeps DIY and their feud going and doesn't do anything against the Creeds. So all for it. Chelsea Green was amazing as always.
What I didn't like was the fact that, and this has gone on forever, and I still don't understand how it works. When someone gets eliminated from a battle royal or a Royal Rumble, and then they eliminate someone, Nia got eliminated, and then Ivy Nile got pulled off by Nia. I don't understand how that's legal.
I don't either. The referees are out there and they're not doing their job. I don't get it.
Going all the way back when Hogan eliminated Sid.
Yeah, I don't understand. It's been one of the.
That's
none
true.
of it makes sense. None of it makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
None of it.
But yeah, solid show all around. Another good Monday Night Raw.
And Sammy and Seth was a good match
Absolutely.
And Adam Pearce with his Regal announcement.
He's getting there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not quite the same, but
taking off the glasses
quality.
was a nice touch.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's quality. Well, what did you guys think? Because we mentioned the match itself, and I talked about this last week that I was kind of a little caught off guard by the positioning of the Miz. Are you guys feeling this a little bit more with we're going to have this Miz Gunther now, presumably at Survivor Series?
Miz good guy on Raw, awesome. Miz good guy at Crown Royal, not so awesome. Like it's the certain situations. Like, is he going to get absolutely destroyed by Gunther? I don't think so. I think he's going to put on a good showing. I think he's going to look good. Miz is great in the ring, right? He's just such a good bad guy because he has those fake pearly veneer teeth. Like he looks like someone you want to punch, right? Because he's so good and good looking dude, dresses very nice. Like he just has that cockiness. I like any Miz that's on TV. That's the good thing, right? I think time will tell. I'm still, the jury's out a little bit on me. I do think he's going to get whooped by Gunther. That's the only bad thing about going winning that 4-way match. Ooh.
I think he has a real good chance of winning.
Oh,
because he is a 9-time champion right now. He's tied with Chris Jericho.
Oh, look at you digging the facts out. I love it.
Miz is the one that really brought prestige to the Intercontinental title.
Absolutely. Agree.
Now, I don't like the physical form of this title. They should go back to the white one
Yeah.
that he brought back and then the Miz made famous. So like,
Correct.
if it makes sense, because then that way Gunther moves on to Seth
Yeah.
and go from there.
Wins
All
the
right.
Royal Rumble.
I'm okay with all of that. I like that. I hadn't thought of that angle. Thank you, Jace. You're not all just Cora J Instagram reports for us today. Hey, in wrestling industry news, NXT. It's going to be NXT CW. There's a little roll off the tongue. NXT's moving to the CW in October of 24. What was like extra interesting about this was only like 2 weeks or so after reports. Billy Corgan, of course, in charge of the NWA, basically saying that yes, we are going to be moving to the CW. And then did you guys see this thing they did on the pay-per-view that apparently, like, maybe who knows if this caused the deal to fall through, but Jay, you could maybe tell the people what happened with this. It's the NWA pay-per-view, I think, right?
Yeah, they had a segment on the pay-per-view where there was a party in the crowd with white powder and James Mitchell knows.
Yeah. But shout out Father James Mitchell. Holy crap, he's still around. That's amazing.
The CW deal with the NWA, there was for 2 shows. One was reality based, and then one was just I imagine just the wrestling show. Now, then NXT had their announcement. So this, Billy Gunn could have prematurely made an announcement.
Billy Corgan.
What did I say?
Billy Gunn. He's too busy.
Could Daddy Ass have saved the deal?
So he could have prematurely said it. But then this, white powder incident could have cost them the deal. And
How
then,
crazy would that be?
But it's pay-per-view. So it's only on the CW. Now, I've watched a lot of CW shows over the years.
Let's
is
get
the
into
frog
it.
Is the frog still the mascot?
That's a WB.
Oh, that's the WB.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my baby.
In the last 4 months, I watched all the seasons of Riverdale. In the last 2,
wow,
fucking
whoa!
But in the last 4 months, in the last season of Riverdale, there was an episode of a high school girl who wanted to lose her virginity but couldn't.
Hey, now.
Then was told by another student girl, you don't need another person to become satisfied.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Wow. The
and
CW.
Then they showed Betty in the bathtub. Being satisfied by herself.
Handling business. Wow.
Oh, wait, hold on.
That is on TV.
No. Find CW.
The white powder incident was on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Okay. There's levels to this. You're right.
You think they're going to do the Vlad doc on CW?
They should. Amazing.
I mean, the CW has been like, I swear it was UPN and the WB and all that stuff.
Right.
SmackDown was a UPN.
Yeah.
It was. It was.
And it was on CW too, like when they changed.
Oh, was okay, yeah. So look, you had the Arrowverse, Arrow, Flash, Batwoman, which got canceled way too early. Batwoman was awesome. One Tree Hill, Dawson's Creek, those types of shows. Supernatural, which I've never watched one episode, but it seems like it's always on.
Reruns.
And I think it was on for 15 years.
All American, which is a great show, is a CW show. It's on Netflix if you want to watch every season. But this is good. The CW can have NXT and it can have NWA. I mean, it can be whatever. Like, there's always room for more wrestling.
Yeah. What about Gossip Girl? Who has some thoughts?
Gossip Girl was a CW show.
Yeah, exactly.
It was. It fits
starring Cora Jade as Gossip Girl.
This signing fits the demographic. CW is a younger network.
Okay.
NXT is the future, so it makes the most sense. So they're new and fresh. CW is for that crowd, 18 to 30. So they're trying to get that crowd. Gives them a little bit of credibility. I'm all for it.
I mean, who doesn't love children ruin everything?
Oh yeah.
F-Boy Island, Nancy Drew, Heartland.
Whose line is it anyway?
Moonshine, The Swarm.
The Swarm, yep.
Forensic File.
I don't know what that is.
Gotham Knights and Spencer Sisters and Walker and Grimm and
wait, Walker Texas Ranger.
No, the remake. It's a remake.
It's called Walker.
It's called Walker.
Coroner. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty here. Flash, Prime Crime, Kung Fu. Like, yeah, this is awesome.
Sounds like you're saying like Nintendo games back in the day.
Can you name that many shows on Fox?
What was that show called? Crime Time? That was a tag team.
Prime Time.
Oh, sorry.
Prime Crime.
Okay, my fault.
All
right.
Joe, you had asked about Fox TV shows. Yeah, let's start with 911.
911. No.
Or 911 Hollywood.
Kev, do you have CW?
Yeah.
You do? Okay, I have to check.
The Masked Singer.
See if I have
Masked
the
Singer New Orleans.
Hell's Kitchen.
Hell's Kitchen, New Orleans.
Hey, is Joe Millionaire still on there?
Lego Masters.
Oh my God.
Don't forget the lyrics. The Carton Show.
Snake Oil.
Snake Oil is one.
That's a new one.
Snake Oil, New Orleans.
Crapopolis.
Next Level Chef. Animal Control. Alert. Accused. Family Guy. Simpsons.
The NFL on Fox.
Yeah.
NFL
Big noon
prime
kickoff.
time game. NFL 1 p.m. game. NFL London.
I can name shows on
NFL New Orleans.
Fox 2 News.
That's right.
Fox 53 in Pittsburgh.
Oh, shout out. Fox 53.
I don't even know where the fuck we're at.
Oh, no, we're good.
We were talking about
a lot of CW reminiscing.
Brian,
I think we were talking about wrestling at one point.
Give us that WB frog.
That's right. Hello, my baby.
Michigan J Frog is his name.
Is that still around, WB?
No, it hasn't been around in like 25 years.
I think it merged with UPN, I thought, to be CW.
Hey, Ryan, AEW and WB are dead.
I'll tell you.
The WB from 1999 is dead.
Get those NXT CW shirts printed now, guys. That's on shopnxt.com. All right, so then quickly let's touch on AEW before we wrap things up. Rate on the meat scale. We had a big meat fest of Samoa Joe and Keith Lee. Where do you rate that one on the meat scale, guys?
Medium well.
Nice.
I'm gonna say medium. I'm gonna say medium.
Oh, okay.
Lower.
Okay. Kev, what's your meat scale?
I'll say
it doesn't have to be temperature based. This is arbitrary here.
Yes,
I'm going.
It's part of the bit.
I was gonna say pork chop. That was my answer.
At first, I was gonna say quarter beef.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Quarter pounder with cheese.
A big old flank steak.
Yeah.
No, I say medium because I'll say medium could always it was acceptable, right?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
But it could have been better.
Now, in a typical what the fuck AEW, Joe relinquishing the title after it makes no sense.
Yeah.
They could have just had him lose the belt.
Or he could keep it and be a double champion if he really wants to, but yeah.
Apparently he doesn't want to be the king of TV wrestling anymore.
I mean, it's so silly because longest reigning TV champion in ROH history. And they were like, he's defended against Trent Beretta. And we'll remember this reign always. I don't know. There's a whole lot of awkwardness with Ring of Honor right now. So
and Keith Lee, if only he was patient to not sign with AEW and just wait it out.
Is he going to be one of the biggest what ifs? I think he might be for mine. He was top of the card in NXT. He had that great Royal Rumble appearance.
He was a double champ.
Yeah, and he had that great Rumble appearance against Brock. And it's never gotten to where I thought it would go. And I don't think it will.
No.
I got nothing.
That's
That's
some
just
some
well
liver.
done.
It's
No good.
It
No
is.
good.
No good. Velma, I'd like my steak extra rare.
Oh,
You know,
hello, my darling. Hello.
you know where I'm going with that.
Yes.
All right. Well, we'll stick with Samoa Joe in the respect of I think we all talked about we liked how this is being positioned right now with MJF, where he's got the immediate challenge of Jay White. Samoa Joe, again, last night, I'm coming for you, MJF. We also had the whole thing. They had the video package with Wardlow. MJF, I'm coming for you. So you got your pick, guys. Those three, any of those three, Jay White, Samoa, Wardlow, or the field, the rest of the roster, who would take the title off of MJF if you had to bet?
I'm going to go with the field.
Field, okay.
It's a safer bet, but you know who
It is.
like if it's I mean, let's be honest, it's like he hasn't been booked the greatest lately, but Wheeler Yuta.
Wheeler Yuta.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
I don't know. I'm just feeling it. I don't know why.
See, Kev, you got three contenders or the field?
I took the field.
Yeah, I'll go with contender. I'll go with it's tricky. Like me personally, I would love Jay White. I want a name that is big enough, kind of homegrown. I'll go with Wardlow. Destroyed him in the past, with the whole wrist guard. Do I think it's big enough name to propel to be the champion in the face of the company? Maybe not, but I don't necessarily think a lot of people can. That's the tricky thing of taking anyone taking the belt off him right now. But I'll go with Wardlow.
So, Jay, question to you again. We've got three people right now gunning for MJF: Jay White, Samoa Joe, and Wardlow. Would you bet on one of those three being the one to take the title off MJF, or would you bet the field? Anybody else on the roster?
Jay White, and it's going to happen in Full Gear.
Really?
Think it's that time.
He will leave AEW still the champion.
Oh boy, contract time, huh?
Well, he did wear 2024 on his jacket last night or Wednesday night. Sorry.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
You didn't see it on his jacket? It said 2024.
No, I started a few minutes late, so I probably missed that. Is that when he's taking on Garcia at the beginning of the show?
Yeah.
I fail. Womp womp. All right. Well, we'll see. Yeah, next week we'll be talking Full Gear. We'll be doing our
Brian, did you answer?
In predictions. Oh no, I didn't. I just presented off the
Like
question and I wrapped up the show. Yeah.
El Dandy.
Yeah, the field.
Wait. Who are you to doubt El Dandy? Because this guy's a serious professional.
El Dandy.
Professional.
Thank you, Gene. Thank you, Brett. I don't know, guys. I like Samoa Joe. I think, he still delivers. His promos are always so believable. I think even though MJF already beat him once, I think at Grand Slam, I still take him over the field. He's already beaten Omega. He's beaten Jericho. I don't see anybody else on the come up. I guess there is Swerve that's out there. We've all said how much we think he could be the guy, maybe a little bit down the road. So, maybe I'm talking myself out of my pick, but I'll stick with Samoa Joe with the caveat of Swerve for the future.
There's that young up and comer Adam Copeland.
Now you're going to go with Ric Flair there, Brian.
No, that's too obvious.
Oh, like we gotta
with the WB frog splash. Rick's going to learn some new moves.
Oh, jeez.
He's got to break the tie with Cena. So AEW can say they've got the 17-time champion.
He's more likely to break 17 bones in his return match than ever take the title off.
If he's lucky. He's lucky. Well, fantastic, guys. Glad to have you back. It's no fun just talking to yourself in a vacuum. Although, again, shout out to all the YouTube comments, especially my man calling me a geek. We love you too, brother.
I laughed my ass off.
All right, youtube.com/That Wrestling Podcast, at That WrestlePod for all your socials, whatamaneuver.net for your merchandise needs. For Jason, for Joe, for Kevin, I'm your geek. I'm Brian. Enjoy wrestling. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks for watching That Wrestling Podcast on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And for more That Wrestling Podcast content, follow at That WrestlePod on social media.